guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So I am going to be having a play today. I've got a new kit out called the Spring Floral Journal Cards, and I've already cut them out. They are beautiful. We have got some absolutely stunning journal cards in here. Now these ones I've got in 3 sizes. This nice one of the flowers, I think you get eight flowers in this one, and I've done these ones are the largest. I've done these in 3 sizes because they are just beautiful, and this is the smallest one. I'm loving them, but I've got a real mix of beautiful journal cards in here, lovely spring ones, and today I'm going to be having a play and using these. So lots and lots, all in different sizes. They come in the smaller ones as well, so they are fabulous, and this is what I have been doing. Oops, my bits are rolling away. I've just embellished them, so they just look so pretty. Now I'm not going to use these ones as cards because, as you can see, I've got quite a little bit of height on there, so to try and write on that would be quite difficult. So these ones I'm actually making into pockets. Look, I've got strands of glue gun on there. This one's not too bad, but if you make them too bulky, they are a little bit hard to journal on. But look at that. Oh, they're just so pretty. I am loving them. Little one there, and then we've got this beautiful little one there. So I've got a bunch of bits in here, nice little bits of velvet. I've got some seam binding, some lace, all sorts of lovely little bits. I've also got some bits of bling, of course, like this. I've got little bits that I've cut off on here, just so I cut off the little tiny sections of the crystal chain on there, so I've just cut them off individually in there, if you can see, and then I've got some in sort of like little sets of 3 and some other little bits and pieces in there, just so I can add them on here, because on here I've just added one of the little gems on there, which is plenty, so they look lovely. And I've also added them onto this is one of the cards. Look at that, isn't that lovely? And then there's another little beautiful daisy field, and I've just made it into a tag journaling spot. I'm not going to put anything in this one because I think this will be quite nice to journal in. These papers are the Watercolour butterfly and floral kit. I think I'll pop it on the screen anyway. I had it all written down, but I've lost it all. Can you believe it? In my mess? But these are just beautiful. They're watercolour ones, and they are stunning. I do have them printed on both sides, but they work so well. Look at that. They work so well with these journal cards. They are just beautiful. So hopefully you picked those up in the sale that we had last week. So let's see, let's get going anyway. So let's take this one, because this one's really pretty, isn't it? I have already inked them. I inked around the edges. So I'm just going to put these to the side so I've got a little bit more room. And again, I'm going to make something first. Let's just make, that's so pretty. Just so pretty. So let's make one of the little tag cards. So I'm going to just eyeball this. So I haven't got anything sort of like in mind that I'm going to make really. I'm just going to sort of like make some things, just make it up as we go along. Now I'm going to move some of my stuff out of the way. I've got all my seam binding and bits there, because I just want to bring in my paper cutter just to give this a little chop down the side like that. I don't know whether I said before, but I bought these new little cutters from Amazon. One of them broke completely, and then this one is not cutting very well, so I'm not sure whether they're actually the genuine Fiskars cutters. I'm not sure, so I'm a bit sad about that. I'm going to cut a little bit off there because I don't want it too big. It's just, I mean, I have this new, and it's sort of, it's not cutting properly. So if they're not the genuine ones, it's not good, is it? Now I did have another piece of card here. I'm normally quite organised. I had a piece of card here somewhere, which, oh, there it is. I just cut the corner off like that, look, just so I've got my little corner for the tag. So I'm just going to cut that off like that, turn that over, and then just do the tag top like that. Chop that off, oh, not the best is over that, pop that to the side. So then what we do, we can just open that up and look at that. It's such a pretty watercolour that you can obviously write on that as well. So let's just give it a little bit of a ink around the edges just to get rid of those little white ones. Now you don't have to do that obviously, because these are nice spring papers, aren't they? Spring colours, and they could quite easily be without inking. But I just think that looks so pretty, and we can make that into a pocket. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to decorate this, embellish this. But I don't want to, I'm not going to be sewing today. That's what I was thinking of. If I can get my words out. I'm not going to be sewing on these. I'm just going to be sticking. Look at this beautiful blue. Isn't that just gorgeous? Now, at the moment, I quite like sort of like wrinkling up this velvet. It's just so pretty. I'm going to take my lighter, and I'm just going to, because this frays quite a lot, so I'm quite liking just wrinkling this up. I'm going to just, that was my way of measuring. Let's just put this, oh my gosh, I do apologise, my phone's ringing. Okay, there we go, back again. So I'm just going to wrinkle this up, famous word. So let's turn it around this way, we don't want this bit. Turn it upside down. I'm going to just find the middle, just so we can get this a little bit even. So that's the middle. I'm going to just add a little bit of glue gun, pop that sort of in the middle, and then just push it, and then you get that little wrinkly bit. And it's almost not very even, is it? Didn't do that very well, but that's okay. Then just squidge it up like that, and they will just we'll just sort of like pinch it, and you get those little, oops, little wrinkly bits, except for that bit. Get a little bit of wrinkle on there, that's okay. And now we've got Jessie on the door. Bless her. Let me just go and let her in a second. Okay, she doesn't want to come in. She's gone downstairs. So I'm trying to do this video before next door starts hammering and making a noise again. So let's hope we can do this without them making too much noise. But look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? I think that looks just so pretty on there. This blue, I'm loving this blue. I wasn't quite sure whether I was going to use the blue when I ordered this. But I think it looks so pretty on these little spring cards. Shall we have a little bit of lace? Now I've got this little pot out, and again I've only put a few bits and pieces in there, so we don't get sort of too overwhelmed with all our bits in there, because obviously the more stuff you have out, the more you want to sort of add on to your work, and you don't necessarily need too much. Let's just pop that on there like that. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? So I'm not going to add too much. Let's just get, well, famous last words. Let's have a look. I've got my new Sizzix tweezers. Now I'm going to try and keep these pretty clean if I can. Now I've got tiny little bits of the bling on there. It's just little sections of it that I'm just going to put it on there, just so we got a little bit of shiny on there. I'm going to take a little bit of glue, pop that down there, take my tweezers and put it on there, stick it down. This glue I got these glue sticks, and these are the ones from Amazon, but they are very thready. Do you know what I mean? They give off a lot of thread, glue string, strands, thready bits, whatever you call them. Look at that, that's just really pretty, isn't it? It's just a tiny little bit of bling on there. And I think that's probably enough. I'm going to use that, put that on as the pocket. Nice and simple. There we go. I feel like I haven't done paper craft for ages, because I've been making all sorts of other bits and pieces, all the embellishments and that, but I feel like I haven't sort of made anything for my journals for a long time. So let's just stick that on. So they've got the threads on there. There we go. That's our little tag top. Let me pop the lid on here so it doesn't dry up, because it's getting a little bit warmer here now. Right, I'm going to take my hole punch. Now I'm not going to punch through both of these. I'm just going to punch through the top one, just so we've got a hole. Now you don't necessarily need a hole in it. You could just sort of like stick a bow on the top. But I'm going to take some blue. This is quite a nice one, isn't it? A little bit of the blue. Just roll that up a little bit. Push that through there. Little hole's not that big. Pop it through, and then I'm just going to chop that off. And then just tie a little, just a little knot like that. Doesn't have to be too tight. But then we can just have it like that, which just like makes it all nice and scruffy, doesn't it? And then we got really, really simple. Now again, these can have pockets and all sorts of things in there. You could pop that in there and have a little tuck spot. But I'm just going to leave these ones, because I tend to fill my things up quite well. Do you know what I mean? So we don't have a huge amount to journal in. So if I leave that to journal on, it will be perfect. Right, what have we got in here? And then we can just pop in a few beautiful little journal cards. How simple is that? So we like simple and we like flat as well. So that's not too high to go into a journal, but I think it's so, so pretty. So shall we embellish some more bits? Now the bigger ones of these, which I am absolutely loving, I've got one with pansies on there. Look at that. It's just so pretty. I'm thinking of keeping these and making journal toppers to go on the front of journals. So I might make a few spring looking journals, because look at that iris, it's just beautiful. And of course daffodils. So I'm going to keep those, I think, to make some toppers for journals. Now these are beautiful. Look at that. Oh, itchy nose. What shall we do with this one? Let's have a look. Let's take some of this out. What have we got? Got little bits of fabric. Look at that. That's got like a little flower on there. That's really pretty. Let's just tear that off. And I haven't really used my sewing machine for ages either, it feels like. So I'm going to just runkle it up. We like a little bit of runkle today. Let's pop that on there. A little bit of glue. Pop that down. So get your little bits of scrap fabric out there. Little selection. If you've got lots, just get yourself a little pot and just put a few little bits in, and then it's not so overwhelming. Oh look, I've got a little bit of rose trim on there. That's pretty, isn't it? Ooh, I like that. Don't know what I've done with my little scissors. What should we have? Should we have, let's put 5. I like an odd number on there. That's pretty. I'm going to put a little bit of lace on. Let's just take a little bit of this. Let's take the corner. Add a little bit of glue. A little bit of this. Let's runkle that up. Covered in glue. Another little bit down there. Now again, if you sew on your sewing machine, you could sew all these on. But a little bit of glue is good. You can use 3-in-1 glue. Fabri-Tac. PVA doesn't really work with fabric. It'd take a little longer to dry, but look at that. That's so pretty, isn't it? See, can you see all these like strands? They're everywhere. So that's lovely. I'm going to pop that one to the side. Should we do one with a little bit of bling on? Should we have this one? Look at that. I just love these flowers. They are just beautiful. So I think this seam binding and a little bit of velvet. Loving this velvet. I do like, look at this, strands everywhere. I'm going to just, what should we do with this? Let's just, look, I've got glue all under my nails. Let's just chop it up. Chop it off there. Pop that on. Should we have a little bit of bling on this one? Which way should we do it? Maybe we'll just have it along the bottom. I am loving the little wrinkly bits. So let's just pop that on there. Stick that on. Wrinkle that up. Look at that. Fabulous. Fabulous bit of wrinkling there. Oh, let's just stick this end down. Should we wrinkle that bit up? There we go. Super simple. I've got these beautiful little flowers on there. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Where's my tweezers? See, if you can see, did I show you these? I can't remember. I've got just cut them off, so they're just little, tiny little bits, and then I've got little bits of bling. Got a little crystally thing there. All sorts of lovely yummies. What's this? Should we have a little bit of lace? I think the lace looks pretty, doesn't it? On, because they're sort of spring flowery ones. Just a little bit of lace hanging off there would look quite nice, I think. Let's just put that on, and I'm going to stick that on the top like that. Fabulous. Do we need all that bit? Oh, I don't know, maybe on. I'm going to just pop it up there like that. Just poke that in. There we go, look at that. Nice and simple. I'm going to, what should we put? Some of these little blingy bits on. It's a little blingy bit. Put these on here. We like a little bit of bling. Or should we go with the little, where's my little picky up tool? Should we go with a few of the little, oops, rhinestones. If I put rhinestones on, I could use the gem glue. Oh, if I can turn it over. Should we, oopsie, let's use a little bit of gem glue. This is the one that I've been using. Some of you have said, when did I do? I did the little embellishment video, and some of you told me which glues that you use for your gems. So I'm just going to stick these on, so hopefully these will stick on without falling off for a minute. Oops. Stick these on. One more. Just pop them in there. I think just a tiny little bit of that looks really nice, because I am very into my little blingy bits lately. See how sweet that looks. I just think that looks so simple and so just easy, if you know what I mean. Look at that. Lovely. Let's do one more and then we will make another one. Look, we've got all sorts of bits in here. All sorts of little bits and pieces. See, that's quite nice, isn't it? Well, let's just do a small one. I'm sure I've got a bigger version of that somewhere. It's either a bigger version or a smaller version. Look at this one. This is a lovely clock on there. These are just loads of them. Loads and loads of them. So let's do this one. Oh, I've got a little bow there. Oh, look at that. That would work perfect, wouldn't it? Should we put this on a little bit of card? What have we got left over? We could use, I could do a side pocket thingy journal, couldn't we? Let's do the side bit. Look at that. These colours go so well. Okay, I'm going to round the corners. Could have it that way, but I'm quite liking it like that actually. That's what we should do. I haven't cut that very well, I don't think. But that's okay. Let's just round the little corners. Add a little bit of ink like that. Shall we make this into a little pocket? I think we could. We could have it like a little hidden pocket. It doesn't necessarily need to be showing as a pocket, but then again that looks quite nice, doesn't it? I'm going to stick that on first. Let's get my glue. Let's stick this on like that. Oh my gosh, glue. Let's put that there. Strands everywhere. Yes, I'm not liking that glue gun glue. That's awful. I know I do get strands with other glue, but not as bad as those. What colour for this one? Would that blue? Do I have any more blue here? Oh, did I use all my blue? I don't think I did I? Oh, I've got some more somewhere. Sure I didn't use it all, but maybe I did. Never mind. We've got this little one. That probably goes better actually, doesn't it? Let's cut this little straggly bit off. I'm going to get the lighter and just heat those ends. Okay, tomorrow or Friday is Friday Freebie Day, and we have a double whammy because we have Andy joining us as well. So it's going to be the two of us. So please join us for a little bit of fun and giggles. That should be fun to make. We haven't done the video yet, but that will be a fun one. We always have little giggles when we do the Friday freebie together. So that's like that. Let's put that in there. We need something on here, don't we? What should we put on there? Look, I've got this little thing that I must have made. Oh, I'm quite liking that. That's quite nice, isn't it? I do make some strange things sometimes. I just sort of sit here and just have a little play and make little embellishment things. That's sort of like a little bow. Can you see? It's quite nice actually, isn't it? There we go. So that's a pocket. Let's put something. Is that too big? It's a little bit too big, isn't it? We've got a couple of these little journal-y cards. Have we got any smaller ones? Oh, let's put my tweezers there. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Look at these. Oh, I love these. That's a nice one, isn't it? I think that one might be a little bit too big. Let's pop those three in there. I like that. Shall we have a little bow hanging off? Do you think we need a little bow on there? Little flower? Well, I've got these. That's quite nice, isn't it? Too much? I think I need a bit of blue. I'm going to have to get some. What did I do with my... No, it's right in front of me. Look, I've got my little thing right in front of me. Let me put my glasses back on so that we can see what we're doing. Let me just cut a little section of this on. Couldn't see for looking then. Okay, I think we need a little bit of something here with a bit of bling on it. just to even that out. I've got so much glue stuck to my nails, it's awful. I'm going to think I might even, not sure whether that when I brought those glue sticks, because I might actually send them back if I can. I'm going to just runkle. Let's runkle, but actually as I runkle I'm going to just, instead of flat edges, I'm going to just do that. There we go. Put that on the corner. There we go, little runkle in the corner. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Little flower. These remind me, these are what I was using the other day, but they remind me of little cupcakes. Doing something like that. Could do with a little, another one of those really. But I think I might just leave that. Yes, look at that. That's so pretty, isn't it? What should we pop inside? Should we do a little scrappy paper? Ooh. I have some coffee stain paper. We could use that, couldn't we? Let's just take that, fold this over so we want roughly like that. This much. Like that. Let's just tear that down. No measuring today. Let's pop that in there. So we need it to be about there. Go. Can we get another one? I think we could probably get another one. Oops, we don't want that piece. I'm going to just put it like that. I'm going to just have a little bit in there. Is that the right height? That's the right height, isn't it? So we need to, I'm going to, I think, just staple this. Just a tiny little staple in there. What should we cover that up with? I'm going to just glue. Oh my gosh, so much glue. So much glue. Pop a little bit of glue on there. Just to cover up those little staples. And then I'm going to just chop this bit off. Like that. I won't heat that up in case I set fire to the paper, which is probably something that I'm quite capable of doing. Round the edges. Does that fit? That fits perfect. And then I'm going to glue this down. Little bit of glue on the back and we can just stick that in. Push that in. Look at that. Cute little simple notebook with a little bit of tea stain paper on there. Look at that. I've only got 4 pieces in there, but obviously you can put as many in there as you like. But that looks really, really lovely, doesn't it? Very, very simple. I do like making things up as I go along. What else should we do? Should we do a couple more cards? Look at this beautiful tulips. That's fabulous, isn't it? Do you think, what colour do we have? I don't really have orangey things. What's this? A little bit of lace might look quite nice. That's a sort of a brownie sort of colour. Ooh. Let's have another runkle. Let's do another runkle along here. I'm really good at getting in the middle at the moment. Let's just runkle this up. Oops. Did that work? That wasn't the best runkle, was it? There we go. A little bit on the end. Stick that down. Gosh, that didn't stick it down very well, did it? Yeah, not happy with these glue sticks. This looks like something you'd have in your kitchen. This little picture, I think. Looks very kitchen-y to me. Oh, oh, that's not bad. That looks quite pretty. That's quite a nice colour to go with it, isn't it? Let's just have this much. I'm now going to wrinkle this one. I shall just, oops, pop that on there. Put that down there. Do we have, what happened to that little pink bow? What do you think? That would look nice. That would look pretty, wouldn't it? My gosh. There we go. Oh, that's lovely. Little pink ribbon, little pink bow on there. There we are. That's a nice simple one, isn't it? Now these as well can go straight into your journal as a pocket. I just wanted them to be sort of like little embellished pockets instead of journal cards, like I said, because if you turn that over and you've got too much stuff on the front, you're not going to be able to journal on the back of it, which is not good, because that's the whole point of journal cards, isn't it? So this one, do I have a paper? I don't really have a paper to go with this one. Oh, I don't know, yellow is quite nice, isn't it? That's quite pretty. What could we do with this one? That fold in half. Let me just get this out a minute. Let's pop my makes over there. Let's take my little chopper. Put those like that. What should we do? Let's see how big we want this. Out there, I think. Okay, let's see if I fold this in half. I'm so pleased that I printed on the back of these. These have been in my little pouch for a little while. Do you like the purple? I'm actually quite liking the purple. Can you see that purple? It's quite bright in here. I'm going to go with the purple. I am. This way. I'm going to go on there with the purple. That looks like, oh, wouldn't that look lovely as a little greeting card? How lovely is that? I'm going to put that in as a little journal card, I think. I'm going to ink it just to get rid of those little white bits. Like that. I'm going to just stick this on the front because I think that looks really, really pretty. And then that can just go in your journal as a little journal card. And you can just open that up. A little bit of journaling in there. Perfect. So, shall we do it? I'm going to leave it open again, just in case we want to stick something inside. And then it saves you actually gluing the whole thing down as well, doesn't it? So we can have almost like a little secret pocket at the top as well, because we do like pockets. And a bit of glue. Well, our sun is trying to come out today. We've had such dreadful weather here in Portugal. It's rained and rained and rained. And normally, because now we are in April, by now we've also already had a few sort of barbecues in the garden by now. So I'm hoping the weather's going to change because it's my birthday in a couple of weeks and I would like a nice barbecue outside for that. It's on a Wednesday, which is a bit of a midweek, isn't it? But I'm hoping the weather will change. So there we go, guys. Look, we've got a little pocket in the top and that can just go into your journal and you can just write in it. I'm liking that one. I do like that one. So I'm not quite sure how long we've been going on, but I think I'll leave it there for now. But look at these. How simple is that? And then again, just pop them into your journals. Pop them onto another little card. So simple. Just put them on things. I'm loving that one. I do like that one. Not sure whether that needs something on there. We shall see. But these are lovely. So these are the ones that I made previously. That's the one we just did. Look at that. Super simple, lovely little journal embellishments. Look how quick and easy they are to make as well. So I've got lots and lots now. Lots a little bit. Look at that beautiful card. I think that's lovely. Loving them. Another little one there. Little scraps in there. This scrap paper I put in there because when I stained it in the garden last year, it had real big clumps of coffee, so they were really, really dark. So I've just sort of like cut them up, torn them up and put them in there as little odd bits of paper. So there we go, guys. These are fabulous. I hope you'll give it a go. These little beautiful journal cards I am loving. Look at these. You've got them in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. So I'm going to be definitely using these a lot. I think they are just beautiful. Loving that one. That's the one we put on that little card, wasn't it? Daffodils, little daisy fields. We've got spring flowers. Oops, this one will fold in half. This one folds in half, look, and you can make little holes in it like that, and then you could put little little bits of gems on the little spots, or make holes in it and pop little bits of string through there. Oh, I might do that. That looks quite good, doesn't it? I will give that one a go, but I just love them. I think they are just beautiful. Nothing nicer than a lovely spring flower, is there? Especially pansies. I love them. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. That's a nice, happy spring one, isn't it? Actually, that could probably go in there. Oh, look, that will go in there because that matches lovely. So that's a nice, happy spring one. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.